Yep. So you probably read in the title like, what is he talking about now? You know? And let me just tell you that I'm not talking to everybody, who feels it knows. If you have a great family that you're so happy about and everybody gets along, and which I don't really think every family gets along, but whatever. Yeah, if you have no complaints about your family, cool. This is not for you. You know what I mean? So don't waste your time commenting like, my family's great, la la la, we have a happy life. Like, don't waste your time. I'm speaking for myself, and those people out there that struggle with this, and feel that they need to keep up with it, right? Keep up with family, Family is overrated. It's overrated. And you're not obligated. You're not obligated to do it. You're not obligated to keep these ties. You know what I mean? You're not. So where am I going to start with this? I understand the importance of family and why it's drilled in you. Of course, that's your, family is your first everything, Mother is your first teacher, you know what I mean? First schooling is family, first experiences, first points of love, coming in contact, nurturing, care, you learn everything like from that model, being in a house, being in a home. If you were one of those people that, you have both parents growing up, definitely privileged, right? It's not something that you see all the time now. It's like becoming less and less. But now, obviously these are my own thoughts, right? Based on my own experiences and what I studied and the life that I live and what I have seen, taken in, in my 38 years of existence in this realm. You're not obligated. All right. You're not obligated to maintain these ties. Give thanks for the family that you have, but if the family that you have is causing you too much chaos and bullshit, and you're finding it hard, you're finding it difficult, you're finding it challenging, you're damn near fed up and you don't want to do it anymore, to keeping up the ties with the family, this family bonding and stuff like that, keeping relationships or maintaining relationships that cause you suffering and misery. This is what I'm really talking about, you know what I mean? You get to a particular age and say you couldn't wait to move out the house. Boom, you jumped out the house. All right, cool. So everything's better now. You and your parents or whoever your guardian is, you actually develop a better relationship because you're no longer in that household. It was just too much. You had to just go out, leave the nest and be you. But now, if this family ties, and I'm just grouping everything together, like when brother, sister, mother, father, whoever, who cares? If it's causing you, if it's more draining to maintain the relationship than it is even beneficial, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you feel that just because this is your mother that you have to stay with, like, you have infinite servitude, right, to them. You just have to be there all the time and love them no matter what, no matter if they treat you like shit, you know what I mean? Or they knock you all the time, or or they're just destructive, they're chaos, they're just, they're not good people to be around. Yeah. I'm not talking about strangers. I'm talking about the people that you've grown up with. You know what I mean? I'm talking about your mother. I'm talking about your father. I'm talking about your brothers and sisters and the siblings and these connections that are killing you to maintain. Like, and especially if you're coming on a certain level of awareness now, or consciousness, or you're starting to awake. You're being more in tune with how you feel, putting yourself number one instead of putting your emotions in the background and like, oh yeah, nah, I got to be this way for mom, I got to be this way for dad, I got to, no. Now you start dealing with self. You start putting yourself first, right? And you start to notice like, hey, what? You know what? My dad's a dickhead. I'm just realizing this. You know what? I'm sick and tired of his behavior. I'm sick and tired of him dumping on me. Or, my mother has issues and she always just pushes them on me. Do you know what I mean? And I've just come to a level of awareness that that's what she's been doing my whole life. Yeah. Devils come in all shapes, forms, sizes, colors, and all that, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, it's not just because, it's a family member that you need to honor that, and like you're obligated like just to look out for them, love them unconditionally, no matter what, no matter how they treat you, to the end of life, to the end of days, for all eternity. No. Listen, I deserve to be treated the same way I treat you. If I treat you with love, kindness, and and all of that, and care, then yeah, come on, give it back. Let's flow with my art. Like, can I get some reciprocity? I shouldn't have to ask for reciprocity if you're my family. Like, it shouldn't. I shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean? I love you, you love me, right? I look after you, you look after me. It's not a one-way street. Or just because you're my elder, I have to honor and bow down to you for all times. Like, no, listen. Don't give a flying shit what your age is, elder, younger, you know what I mean? Whatever you are to me, wrong is wrong. This is just it. You know what I mean? If you're making me feel a certain way, or you're doing things to affect me, I'm gonna let you know. And the stronger that I get in myself, oh yeah. All those things I used to get away with when I was younger, you're not gonna get away with now. I'm gonna pull you up. And we got a lot of elders out here that need to be pulled up, that just feel like, oh yeah. Respect your elders, honor your elders. That's no problem. I got no issue with that. But if you're an elder and if you're dumping on me and you're giving me bullshit, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna call you out and you're gonna get it. Don't give a flying shit, So no, you're not obligated to maintain these ties. When we're talking about health and wellness, we're talking about the mind, we're talking about feelings, we're talking about integration of your sun self and your shadow self, learning all these aspects of self, right? This is part of the self-evaluation, because you're linked in, you're tied into all these relations. If I'm going on a healing journey, then you better believe that I have to look at the relationships around me, because that's very important. That type of stuff makes or breaks you. If you're family, then you should show support. But if you're not supportive and you're just more destructive, like, I know I speak for a lot of people out there, you probably feel like you don't fit in. You don't fit into the family that you were born into, right? You just stand out like a sore thumb. Like, it's just like, it's crazy. I feel you, Now, are you meant to fit in? Is it your family? Just because you're born into that family, does it mean that you have to stay in relations with that family forever, even though it's not serving you, it's just killing you? I think survival. I'm about survival first. So if my family unit is killing me, then it's not a family unit, right? Or I have to change that unit. I have to move, I have to get a different family. I have to X them out. You know what I mean? We come on to this level of consciousness and like, you know, we start to become more aware of ourselves, start studying some things, studying other things, taking time out for self, going through self-evaluation, practicing other things that weren't that you didn't learn from your family, right? Especially when you move out, you come in older. So now the family members are looking at you like, oh yeah, look at this weirdo, like, here we go again. This person's into this and into that. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? We don't do stuff like that. That's not part of our culture. That's not part of our heritage. Why are you doing that? No, you need to focus on this. You need to focus on that. You need, you know, all this shit like, hey, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Leave me alone. This is what I'm into. This is what I gravitate towards. Do you know what I mean? I was trapped in a box, you know, growing up, you pulling me into this or pulling me into that or forcing me to like this or forcing me to like this. No one has to force you anymore. You know, all the stuff that you actually liked and were into, but were told to stay away from, you could get into now as an adult. You know what I mean? You could reintroduce yourself to yourself or reintroduce yourself to who you are now, right? Your interests, your passions, all that. Go back into all that. You know, it's a very different space. I think like in high school, in junior high school, it's like, you know, it's an awkward time. You're going through puberty. You're trying to fit in and trying to find your tribe, you know. And it is an awkward time, and we deal with a lot of peer pressure. So we may not be into particular things, but because of peer pressure, you know, we just get into it because we don't want to be singled out, right? Or some of us do get singled out because you were that nerd or that geek or that loner in school, you know, whatever. I understand. But now, if you're an adult, it's different. It's okay. It's okay to delve deeper into these interests, you know what I mean? To be who you want to be, whatever it is that looks like. If you have a circle of people around you, you know what I mean, that are judgmental, and you don't feel like you could be yourself around them, then get rid of that fucking circle. Fuck them people, yo. Get rid of them circle. You know, build yourself up. The same thing with family, like you're not obligated. You're not obligated. The more that I study, I'm like, you know, you think like, oh, this is my family and that's it. But when I start getting like really into spirit, okay, this body is just a vessel, right? We're just here. So really and truly, once again, this is just the shit in my head. I don't care if you think it's true, or if you think it's factual or not, but this is what's in my head, right? This is my what is it called? Pure thought, right? So we're a spirit. We're spirit first and foremost. Spirit, always been in existence. Energy never dies. So you've been in existence. The energy that is in your being, you know, your ka and your ba, your spirit and your soul, that's the energy that's always been in existence. It comes down forth into this vessel, right? This vessel, the khat, the body. And from there, you have just been initiated into this new family. So I've already been in existence. I was already existing, just doing whatever I do, you know what I mean? Whatever I did in that other life, I don't know. You know, whether I was a star, I was a planet, I was, you know, damn, I don't know. In planet Risk, doing some alchemical stuff, I don't know. But whatever the case, beam down through here. You're like, oh wow, okay, yeah, this is my mother, this is my father. These two people, they came together, and you know, with the egg and the sperm, and they came together, and they created me. Oh, I'm here. Oh wow. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Some people feel that you choose the family that you decide to incarnate in. I don't know. Whether I chose it or not, for whatever reason, I came down through this particular family. And why? Because I don't even know why I came down to that family. Whatever, I had to learn, It's not a great family, like, aside from my mother. Give thanks for mom. Like, Ma's the queen. Ma's, she's the asset. She's an asset in my life. So I give thanks for her. But Pops, don't really know what was going on over there. Don't really know what. But whatever the case, we'll take it as it is. I would have preferred a better Pops. Yeah, but next time around. No next time around. I don't want to be back here. But anyway, some people feel like they chose a family to be in, Energy has always been in existence. So you coming down here into this vessel that you're calling a body now. And I feel like it's a two-way street. You come to learn, but then teach the same way. Even when I'm dealing with my children, it's not just all teach and teach and teach. I learn a lot from them. I feel that children are teachers in their own right, because they just come back from that realm, right? They just return from that realm, So they've been in the all, and that's pure state, They were just there, so more recent than yourself. So there's different ways that they look at the world that's not that hasn't been contaminated by the stuff that we go through today. Their minds haven't been contaminated, they haven't been indoctrinated on a level. So it's like there's just a pureness and innocence that comes out even when they speak, or the way they look at things, So yeah, it's a two-way street. So I definitely feel that my family structure, it already served its purpose. It's already served its purpose. Do you know what I mean? Served its purpose being that, no, I don't need to have the whole family structure my whole entire life, right? If it is beneficial to me, then yes. Then yeah, let me have more of that. Let me learn more care and kindness and how to relate with people and work together and all these different type of things. But if it's chaotic, then why the hell I want that around me? Like, I don't have relations with my father, because that's how it is, really and truly. Now, it's been a long time, we talk about 17, 18 years. I don't even know how long it's been now. Like, since I've even spoken with him, and really we've never had a relationship. So that's not something that I want to maintain. Now, I've tried multiple times over the years, but when I got to like the age of 26, I was like, yo, I haven't even talked to my fucking pops in like 14 years. Let me see what's going on. So tried to connect. It was a disaster. And it just really showed me, okay, yeah, I just don't need someone that's volatile like that in my life. So, cool, thanks. You served the purpose. You were that sperm cell that helped bring me here into this vessel. Cool, no problem. I learned what I needed to learn from you, through more failures than success. But I learned enough. Fine. Brothers and sisters and all that, we do have a big ass family, but do I get along with all brothers and sisters? No. Me and my older brother, we cool. That's it. Me and my younger siblings, we don't talk at all. It used to really get under my skin, but when you get to a point that like You all haven't spoken longer than you've actually were close, then it's like, oh, okay, I don't really need it. I wanted it, but I've come to know that I don't need it. You know what I mean? It's like when you get older, or I don't know how it is for everybody, but you're on this journey, whatever journey that you're on. Me, it's more of like a journey of awakening. And you come to find out, like, what's no longer essential, it goes away. It goes away. It's just removed. It's like the more power I get, the more I power myself up, what has to happen is gonna happen. Who's not supposed to be around me will be removed. So that particular family, that it was like so draining to maintain these relationships, just because someone's your mother or your sister or your brother, you know, they don't get away with treating you like shit. And then you still have to love them. Like, no, fuck you. You're gonna treat me right, and I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna treat you right, and you're gonna treat me right. And everything's gonna be all right. But if it's a one-way street where I'm treating you right? I'm constantly treating you right, looking out for you. But then you turn around and just give me bullshit all the fucking time, like, and you think that you could get away with that because you're mom, pops, bro. No, not with this one here. Not with this one here. Because you know what? Because I know myself and I love myself. And I work hard on loving myself and learning myself and understanding myself, you know, and turning my weaknesses into strengths. I work hard on that. And I will not let you come over here, come in my space and treat me like this. I will not. Do you know what I mean? So you can't value me for who I am, then you don't even need to be around me. I'm forever changing. Know that. No one's supposed to stay the same. If they stay the same, it is. But are you supposed to stay the same? No. I'm not going to be the same person that I was, you know what I mean, 20 years ago. I'm not the same person that I was last week. So, you knowing that, if you haven't been in contact with me for a long time, and you're trying to approach me the same way that you approached me like 20 years ago or whatever the case, that's not going to work. It's better for you to approach with caution and learn who I am. Don't just assume I'm that person that I used to be back then. You know. So once again, yeah, you honor. There is no obligations. You're not obligated. Family is overrated. You know, a lot of us trying to maintain these poor family relations that we have. That's killing us in itself. But this is what I wanted to link. As you grow, as you keep on trotting on your journey, you're gonna probably create a new family. Family doesn't have to be about just blood. We think family is, oh, it's blood. That's my sister. That's my brother, that's my mother. Nah. It's all energy. It's energetic. You know what I mean? Family's energetic. So as you trot on your journey, you're gonna find new members of your tribe that just comes through. It's like, okay, wow. You know what I mean? You know what it is like when you connect. When you connect with someone, you just have that energetic explosion. Like, it's just like time doesn't exist. It's like that person that will just come in contact with you and you're having a build and it's just electric. It's like, it's feeding you. It's like eating some great food that you prepped, you know what I mean? It's just like feeding you. The whole conversation, you don't even need to be talking. You could just be in the presence of each other. And it's like, wow, it's like an automatic recharge. Yeah, these are the type of relations that I like, you know what I mean? Electric. No, don't call my phone about, oh, yeah, guess what? Some new complaints. It's like, it's like, yo, you know, you got some of those people around you, like whether family or friends and stuff like that whatever conversation that you get into is either about talking about someone else, complaining about something, oh, woe is me and all this. Got time for that shit. I don't got time for that shit. Like, remove yourself from me. Get away with all that, But yeah, man. Now, you know yourself. You know what you need. You know what you want. You know how it feels. Some of us, we have our mother there. A mother that's never really been a mother. Some of us, we have a father there that's never really been a father. Some of us have brothers and sisters there. It's never really been brothers and sisters. But because we come out the same womb, same name, same last name, you're forever obligated to maintain relations, even if they're detrimental. Or just because your mother pushed you out, she has all the right to treat you like shit because you're her property, right? They say like, I brought you in this world, I could take you out. Yeah, you believe that? So because you brought me in this world, you could just treat me like shit in this world, and I need to honor that? Interesting. Let's see how long that lasts as I continue to grow and become stronger. So yeah, you don't have to be that person that you were yesterday. You're infinitely becoming. And if you're getting stronger, then yeah, examine those relationships that you have around you, friends and family, examine them all. Because if you're really like in a vulnerable place that you're just looking after yourself and you're trying to make sense of the relations and why you do what you do or what things you're into or who you actually are, but you have these heavy, chaotic relations around you, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, yo. I don't know.